My name is Kevin. I'm the driver for the mission. Pretty much pick up anything from furniture donations, food donations, anything that needs to be picked up, I go get it. My life right now is a complete 180-degree turn from what it was. My life before the mission consisted of a 20-plus year methamphetamine addiction. In and out of that revolving door of California Department of Corrections, I was lost. I didn't really know who I was or where I was going. Addiction controlled every aspect of my life. I was a thief, I was a liar, and I was willing to do and did everything I had to do to obtain more drugs on a daily basis. In 2011, I was first introduced to the mission, but that's when I really realized that I had a couple years clean at the time. I had just gotten out. Just because I was abstinent from drugs didn't mean that my behavior had changed. And I was still unwilling to follow rules, and I was asked to leave. So I became one of these guys that you see out here struggling every day, just lost in complete and total depravity. Collecting cans to obtain drugs and stealing anything I could again. And I remember calling my dad one day, and he asked me a question. He goes, are you going to let me go to my grave knowing that you're not okay? And man, that brings to my head almost every day. I was in prison, so there wasn't a whole lot I can do to answer that. But I made up my mind then and there that I was going to come back to the mission, that I would come back and I would give it everything I had. And I did, I was ready. One saying always rings true in my head, and that's Pastor Richard Ferry telling me, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. That is so true. I know not just for me, but for everyone that's in the program and the mission that has made mistakes and fell and had to, learn to get it back up again on your 2 feet. That statement is so true. So, coming clean with some things and saying, hey, this is the road I'm starting to go down again, and I don't want to do that. That's not me no more. I can't take another chance. So that became a catalyst and a turning point in my life, and I got plugged in with a good church, with Redeemer Church, with people that poured into my life and spoke into my life and encouraged me along the way, along with the staff of the mission. Since I've graduated, I don't know where to start when it comes to God's blessings. This job would be the first thing. For a guy like me to have a job in ministry is amazing, and it's an act of God's grace. Driving this truck has been so much more than a paycheck. It's been my source of both accountability and a chance to give back to something that was so freely given to me. It just really is the number one blessing in my life, keeping me plugged in, keeping me accountable to my supervisors and to the mission, to God. Outside of this job, really was the main blessing for me. Reunification with family, having an opportunity to move out of the mission rent-free, to look after a church in a nice little 2-bedroom house with a roommate who also graduated. The mission is huge. I don't know where to begin with how big that is for me. For someone to trust someone like me to do something like that is, it's just an aspect of God's grace in my life. The biggest thing I learned from me is that I can't do this alone. If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago. So staying plugged in and staying accountable to, number one, to God, to yourself, to your support group, people at the mission. That's my big support group, and to your home church, to your family. You have to be accountable to somebody.